All rise and shout. It's time for a Valentine's edition of What's Trending.
He's going in, touchdown! Miles Davis is loose.
Yes. Don't we all love football and BYU football?
I do love that.
What's Trending presented by BYU Food to Go, the MVP of your next event. It's time that we share some more love, Jarom. We've been waiting to do this for a while, and I can't think of a better day to do this with love as the theme, because we are sharing with all of you which Big 12 games that we love the most. And just to set this up, we're going to alternate our lists. So, Jarom, you'll start. You'll give your number one, and then if I'm a little bit different, then we'll talk about
I would
why
say you
that
are a little
game
bit different.
ranks differently, okay? So anyway, we'll go from number 1 through number 9.
Yeah.
You lead us off with your most loved game in the Big 12 football schedule for BYU.
What if I told you it was just the 9 games in order? Would that be weird? Or yeah, that's not my order. Okay, number 1, the game I love the most.
Okay.
October 28th at Texas. Just
Really?
a return to 2011, 2014, the big kahuna in the league in terms of brand, the future SEC team. I love the game at Texas. Now we know Texas and Oklahoma are out after 1 year. This will be fun. We can play all the hurdle highlights of Taysom Hill that our hearts could desire. Last time BYU played there, they won. BYU leads the series 4-1. Yeah, let's go. That's my favorite game. That's the game I love the most.
When you go with Texas, it's hard to argue. Based on the history that BYU has with that team, you're 4-1 in 5 games against Texas. There have just been some iconic moments, right? But it's not number 1 for me. It's the other big-name program that's one and done in Big 12 play, and it's senior night on November 18th for BYU, hosting Oklahoma. Giving Oklahoma a November 18th game in Provo is quite the send-off by the Big 12. To send them to LaVell Stadium.
All loud on the Western Front in this case.
I've said this before. I feel like this will be an emotional experience to the max for BYU fans who have waited for so long for the ultra-meaningful November game. It does not get more meaningful than Oklahoma and their final Big 12 road football game in Provo on senior day for the Cougars. It's just, we've been waiting forever for something like this. So Oklahoma is my number 1. When it happens in the schedule, obviously the cachet they bring in, they've never been to LaVell Stadium. Both games that BYU's played against Oklahoma have been in neutral sites. I wish that they were sticking around for another year so BYU had a chance to return to Norman and BYU fans could experience that road trip, but hey, I'm not going to complain about a home finale against the Sooners.
They're going to see what are called mountains, which would be very exciting. I had Oklahoma number 2, so what's your number 2?
My number 2, okay, and I get that people are going to be like, huh? I'm going with Kansas because it's the first Big 12 game. And I'm rating these a lot on just like the experience as a fan. Talk about emotional experiences with senior night. The first Big 12 game for those BYU fans that make the trip out to Lawrence, that's going to be something special. And I like it because I feel like it's a winnable game for BYU to open up Big 12 play.
I would hope so, Spence.
Yeah, September 23rd.
If it's not, we in trouble.
September 23rd in Lawrence against a team that started last year 5-0. Kansas kind of created some buzz. Coach Leipold is doing a great
went downhill.
Job. You know what? Kansas, I feel like, is right on par with BYU. I feel like it's a fun, intriguing, even matchup with BYU being on the road.
On par? We would hope BYU's ahead.
If they're playing at a neutral site, maybe, or in Provo for sure. But on the road, Big 12 opener.
Kansas had one good year. We're in the same plane as Kansas.
Hey, I'm not alone.
We stink.
SP Plus has Kansas as a better football team than BYU too.
Yeah, no. They're expected to be better. Obviously, they used to be the dregs. They could quickly become that. They have a good quarterback, Jalen Daniels. But when Jalen Daniels got hurt,
different team.
They were not great.
Yeah,
they lost
when he got hurt, BYU was a different team too.
Yes, but he was still playing, and they were still they won 4 in a row at the end. Kansas did not do that down the stretch. They were terrible in the last half. I have at Kansas number 3 because of those reasons. It's because it's the first game.
Okay.
And it's a winnable game. Like, when you think, what are the games that BYU can win of those 9? Kansas is clearly one of those.
Winnable game.
And on the road. Like, on the road, that's probably the most, at West Virginia, you'd like to think is the most winnable. But I wonder about motivations in November. What's the record? Long travel. What time is that game? When did BYU get? Like, there's all these things, right, with the East Coast and whatnot. So we'll see. But at Kansas, yeah. Plus, there's some, revenge factor there from the 92 Aloha Bowl. Excuse me. I pronounce it like the city in Oregon.
The Aloha?
Aloha Bowl
Okay.
in 92, which is like the only football game that Greg has had to miss for a non-basketball reason ever, by the way. One of his kids was born that day.
Oh, well,
So,
I guess that's a reason that makes it work.
And he was sidelined that day. But anyway, okay, what's your number 3?
Number 3, surprisingly not Texas. I'm going with BYU's home opener in the Big 12. Again, I based my list on experiences for fans, like the electricity of a Friday night Big 12 home opener.
All right, Ben Franklin.
Cincinnati back in LaVelle Edwards Stadium, but this time as a Big 12 foe. And since they've done a really nice job over the past
What
2
have they
years.
done?
They've been incredible. So they bring in what I hope at that point is a national ranking. I hope they're nationally ranked, and it's under the Friday night lights, and BYU's got them for the Big 12 home opener. The Cougars run onto the field. Hopefully they've got some in the pinings of Dave McCann, some jets to fly over the stadium. I don't know if it's going to happen on a Friday night, but we'll see.
Has Dave confirmed that yet, that they're Jets?
No, he has not confirmed that yet.
He will soon.
I'm hoping
I love when they're
that
Jets.
BYU is 3-1 when they open up home Big 12 play against Cincinnati.
What if I told you they will be? They will be.
I would love that very much.
It's a Men's Warehouse guarantee, Spence.
Yeah, home opener for me.
Yeah.
Great experience.
Mine's the same.
Oh, number 4, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Friday night, conference weekend, home opener, Big 12. Fantastic. Going to be electric.
I have Texas at number 4. So the biggest difference we have in our list thus far is you got Texas number 1.
Yeah.
I got Texas number 4, probably because BYU and their fans have already had the chance to make that trip to Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium twice.
Not in the same league.
But not in
Let's
the same
go.
league. And it's a finale. But Texas still number 4, very high on my list. Austin's going to be a great trip, great food, great culture, great game day build-up. That'll be a lot of fun for fans to attend on October 28th. All right, who do you have at number 5?
At Oklahoma State. This is the regular season finale. I'm surprised myself that this isn't higher. T-Boone Pickens Stadium, like, this is going to be great. OSU is sitting there when Texas and Oklahoma leave as kind of that incumbent bigger dog, right, that's consistently top 25 and interesting last year, just 7-6, but, like, they're pretty good, right? BYU's got some revenge from not only Tangerine Bowl, but Fiesta Bowl in 74 and 76. So I haven't played since your boy Gary Scheide and Gifford Nielsen were suiting up for the Cougs.
This game is lower on my list. I'll tell you the specific number in just a moment, but I'll tell you the reasons I don't love this game as much as you. I don't love that BYU has to play at Oklahoma State a week after they play Oklahoma. I think that's really tough. And it's Thanksgiving weekend, so it loses a little bit of luster for BYU fans to be willing to travel. I don't think that the turnout is going to be quite as high.
Welcome to meaningful November games, people.
I know.
Like every year on Thanksgiving weekend, you're going to play a game that matters. And BYU might be playing for bowl eligibility. We hope they've already secured it a week or 2 or 3 before. But there's a chance they've got to win this game to make a bowl.
It scares me a little bit, which is why I don't love that game as much. I also wish that Baylor were in that spot. And that's impacting why Oklahoma State's lower on my list.
Sure. But if I told you that BYU wouldn't have Texas or Oklahoma but got Baylor, it's not worth it to me. I'm happy with the schedule because
I just trade Oklahoma State for
got
Baylor.
Texas and Oklahoma, and after that, it's gravy. Because guess what? BYU's going to play Baylor almost every year.
I just want Baylor in the rivalry weekend. I feel like it just would make so much sense, and the base is already there.
I don't care when a game is played anymore. Like, hey, this game needs to be this week for the doesn't matter to me. It's just at some point.
Play the game.
Yeah.
Play the game.
And let's be honest, let's play them earlier so that weather's not a deal in that. Like, when you play in Provo and there's a bunch of snow, it just changes how you can execute.
What's weather like in Stillwater, Oklahoma in late November, I wonder? Or even in Waco, Texas, for that matter, if BYU were playing at Baylor.
We're about to find out.
Right? Hopefully better than Provo.
Yeah, they're not at elevation like this.
Yeah, so the game, it kind of scares me a little bit. The stadium's beautiful. I've been there.
I'm scared of like 7 or 8 of those games. Like,
okay,
this is big boy football. Let's go.
My number 6 game, after a bye week, at TCU.
That's me too.
Okay, so we're exactly the same. Is that the
defending national or runner-up in the country? Crazy, right? No way they're as good. Definitely a game that, hey, you can go in there and pull off an upset, but hopefully BYU's the TCU of the Big 12, and they
Yeah.
obviously don't like the playoffs. Crazy, but make a run and be competitive and win 8+. Yeah,
Middle of the pack for me. Yeah, number
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
BYU's played that. They've been in that stadium a few times before. But again, not as a member of the Big 12. And not coming off a season where TCU was in the national championship game.
What's funny is we'll get used to this, but just acknowledge, if we had at TCU on the schedule this last year, we'd be like, oh, that's like the 3rd or 4th best game. And we're like, oh, it's number 6. You know what I mean? And maybe we love Arkansas more than some of these. I do. I'd put Arkansas in the top 4.
At Arkansas?
Top 4 on the schedule. Like, I haven't thought about it, but like, this is pretty fun to just be like, yeah, this team is the 7th worst game on the schedule.
Yeah, listen to
and
the-
it's a great game. Like, it would have been
seriously.
top 5, 4 traditionally for BYU.
That's incredible. You bring up a great point.
Yeah.
Like, listen, the places BYU is going: Arkansas, Kansas, Texas, West Virginia, TCU, Oklahoma State.
It's awesome.
So much
Fantastic.
fun. Okay, what do you got at number 7?
7, I have Texas Tech.
Okay.
Yep.
Home game,
game.
October 21st.
Yep.
Okay, I've got Iowa State. So
Okay.
a different home game, but in November.
Yeah.
And I'm probably putting more stock into meaningful November home games for BYU.
Let's see. Texas Tech, BYU and Texas Tech have played one time. I cannot recall when this one time was. Was it in the 70s? Okay, 40s. Okay, if it was pre-Lavelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some weird games where you're like, sorry, what? BYU opened the 72 season with Kansas State and BYU won 13-7 or something. There's just some
I
weird
can't
ones.
wait for the Open. Texas Tech BYU, a matchup 80 years in the making.
They've waited for years. The Robert and I game. Yeah, the Mike Leach game.
Okay, so we alternate
Rest in
different
peace.
home games, number 7. At Oklahoma State's number 8 for me.
I have Iowa State.
Okay.
Yeah, which Iowa State had its kind of flash in the pan COVID year there. Your boy Brock Purdy for a couple of years did nice. Yeah, they were good, but they've traditionally not been that good. Outside of like Brock Purdy, not great. Maybe Kansas will say that. Outside of Jalen Daniels, not great. And let's be honest, they weren't that great last year. They were just way better.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh, maybe that's a tougher game than we thought. Because like 8 months ago, we would have been like, oh, Kansas, automatic win. Easy. Keaton Slovis can play left-handed and win that game. No. That's going to be a game where it's like, okay, you got to show up.
I just realized I don't think I gave you my number 5, Morgantown at West Virginia.
Oh, at West Virginia 5. Why do you like that one so much?
I just
you
like-
love like raccoon hats or something? Davey
There
Crockett?
are some storylines at play here when Keaton Slovis returns to West
Yes,
Virginia.
there are.
Jim.
I believe he doesn't like West Virginia, if I recall a certain clip from last year.
He played in the backyard brawl and
Yeah.
won it as Pittsburgh's quarterback. So I like the trip into a unique place. Morgantown, it's a different place, and I like
You can say that about any
experiencing
city
new
in West
things.
Virginia. Right?
Yeah. So Morgantown. Also, I want to visit the home state of our friend Chase Fisher.
There you go.
I've never been to West Virginia.
My sister lives in West Virginia. I got to go at some point, you know? Yeah.
I hear it's beautiful. I hear it's an incredible game day atmosphere, and I'm sure they're going to be super welcoming to Keaton Slovis.
Yeah, I think they'll be very cordial. Extremely cordial.
That one's right in the middle. Number 9 for me, Texas Tech. What you have on the bottom?
At
of the
West
list?
Virginia.
At West Virginia. This is a game doesn't.
If this game wasn't on the schedule, I'd be fine.
Really?
Yeah, it's just whatever. Okay, cool. Check that box, West Virginia.
I'm a fan of longer.
It's a more
road
winnable
trips.
game.
Yeah, and I like that too.
On the field,
I
but
like
that
that, too.
field just happens to be a long ways away from BYU. So that's a long road trip. I think BYU's record is going to be decent at this point. I think November is where BYU butters the bread on the season.
Okay.
Because I think BYU gets off to a nice start with at least 2-1, right? And then you get into league. You have at Kansas. You have Cincinnati at home. There are a couple of games that you're hoping you come out and win both those games, and you're like all of a sudden 4-1 early and probably ranked. And then you get some tougher games, right? But if you walk into November and if you've got 5 wins or 4 wins, it's like, okay, you got to go 2-2 to get to a bowl game. Or if you go 3-1, now you're interesting. You're 7 or 8 wins. So I think November's going to be real critical.
What a fun list to put together. We don't hate any of them.
I love all of them.
We love
Yeah,
all of them.
Absolutely.
We just different
Especially
measures
today.
of love.
Yeah.
We love,
It's like
love,
our
love,
children.
continued love in the spirit of Bronco Mendenhall.
I tell my
Oklahoma and
children,
Texas.
I love you no matter what, but I like you a little more when you listen, just so you know. Okay, so my 9 games, 1 through 9. At Texas, my favorite. Oklahoma, at Kansas, Cincinnati, at Oklahoma State, at TCU, Texas Tech, Iowa State, at West Virginia are my 9.
Okay, and my 9 from 1 through 9. Oklahoma, at Kansas, Cincinnati, at Texas, at West Virginia, at TCU, Iowa State, at Oklahoma State. That game scares the heck out of me after playing Oklahoma in late November. And then Texas Tech rounds out my 9.
It's beautiful.
It's good to be in the Big 12.
I love it so much.
It's good to be in the Big 12.